Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. The new Jack, Willard Forge.
I like boobs.
Man, you're already better than the other one. Alright. Moonshock.
Special guest tonight posing for Moonshock is Sun. Say hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
She's going to be taking my place today, so we can have a full house of 3 guys, 2 women.
And a cup.
And a cup.
I'd rather have the NPCs. Alright,
Hi, Vol Potato.
Terry Diamantis.
Hello.
And this week's special guest, Ebony Williams.
Hello, everyone.
Now, if any one of you motherfuckers says something bad about her, I will have to do absolutely nothing and have her fend for herself.
Yeah.
I expect nothing less.
I just hope BlackRock is watching because we need to get our ESG score up, as I said on Twitter.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
BlackRock is in charge of my 401k, so I was like, fuck it.
That BlackRock is what I call Chris Rock.
I'm
I see what you did there.
I'm still mad at him for not naming any of his kids Fraggle.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome. If Chris
All right.
Rock named one of his kids Fraggle.
I don't know, but
Terry said
I
it, not me.
I still say that Judge
I'm worried.
Reinhold should name his kids Jury and Executioner.
Absolutely.
I'm worried if you ever have kids, Terry, if that's your mindset.
Ebony, if
Oh
you,
no,
if,
it's got to be Darth. Darth Diamantis, I think, is definitely the first kid.
Ebony,
Boy
you
or
wouldn't
girl?
happen to have a son or a daughter named Robin, would you?
I do not.
Aww.
Well, now you know what to name the first child.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I
though,
really
but
don't know how I feel about the name Robin, to be honest, for a boy or a girl.
The
But
original
don't you
one
know
didn't
who Robin
end up.
Williams is?
The original
Of
one didn't
course
end
I
up
do.
so
I'm a
well.
90s baby.
What?
What did
The
you
original one
say?
didn't end up so
Oh,
well, so maybe
yes,
not.
somebody tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
And
Now-
Well, I mean, maybe
compromise.
make Robin the middle name. You could go with Christopher Robin Williams.
No, can't compromise.
That's
and
cute, I
call
can't
the kid-
lie.
Call the kid Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay, now before we continue, Sun is right here. So if anybody wants to say hi to Sun, say it now so we don't interrupt what Frosted has to say.
yeah, I already said hi, son. Oh, and also, if
Yeah.
anyone else needs to drop out, do it now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See ya.
I'm still here.
Huh? We got
Yeah.
rid of Moon.
All right.
No, don't let him back in.
I love how he said everybody say hi, son, and then he cuts off son.
Yeah.
All right. For anyone who doesn't know, my godson was born this past Saturday.
Yay.
No, he's back.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. And
You're so
he-
dumb.
Hi, pissed off Shih Tzu.
he and the mom are
Hi,
both healthy,
Spaniel. Hi, Green Badger.
and he's
Yes,
adorable.
Say
Thank you.
congrats.
Benching. Ow!
Yeah,
Fucker, that hurt.
it was meant to.
Evolve, you bastard. All right, now. Any more highs? Otherwise, Frosted can continue talking about his godchild.
And cannibalistic, could you please not keep putting that in chat? Hi, Squirrel.
All right. But anyway, apparently his parents made a huge mistake, according to our first article.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
What did cannibalistic do? Why are you mad at him?
Because he keeps telling Sun to show us her tits.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
we
she's
got-
only going to show them to you.
Oh, we got a tit fanfare, apparently.
Ebony, we can hear your stuffs in the background.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me check.
So, our first article: have sex to enjoy life, not to have children.
Uh-oh.
Oh, aren't you charming?
Who is this? Crystal Rivers. Well, we've seen this chick, haven't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have.
She's on the hippy dippy side.
A little bit.
Was it Crystal what?
Rivers.
Not that you guessed from the name.
Depopulation is not a problem. Pronatal polices truly are. I wasn't aware there were.
If you do-
Oh, this is her.
I wasn't aware there were pronatal police.
Is it?
oh gosh. Look, if you don't want to have kids, that's perfectly fine. But just don't put anyone down for those who want to have children. I never understood that. You don't want to have kids, don't have kids. That's perfectly fine.
I think you should be like the nostalgia chick and get pregnant just to have the abortion. I think that is the way forward.
Oh, that was absolutely appalling.
Yeah, I know. I still can't get over that she did that.
Yeah, you get pulled over by the pronatal police. Excuse me, sir. I noticed that you weren't nutting in her.
What?
All right.
Hey, wait a
Roaring-
second. That's your anniversary gift.
Okay, I'll wait.
No, you can do it tonight. I know you want to.
I'll wait.
What, that baby?
Yes. That. No. You can put it together, darling. Will you just put it together already?
No, I don't want to.
Fine. If you don't, I will.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. Oh, you heard it all. She's threatening me.
Come see the violence inherent in the system.
You're a man, Frost. You're a man, Moon, so no one's gonna care if you're being abused, sadly.
I know.
I mean, part of the reason for this stream is to abuse him.
Hi, Miss Squirrel.
Say it again.
Hi, Squirrel.
All right.
Nobody cares.
Roaring Rivers, Torrents, Currents, and Ripples by Crystal Rivers, PhD.
You won't get a picture of this woman because the only one that exists is of her or some woman with her back to the camera. So it's like, okay, whatever.
Fair enough.
The baby will scream. Even if the baby doesn't scream at you until he, she, they realize it's all too miserable by teen years, the baby
Stop.
will righteously be angry with you.
Okay, there is no baby in the fucking world that has a pronoun of they.
What if it's twins?
Oh my god. Whatever. Next.
Either that or you raised a stupid baby. Or you solved the climate crisis.
Well, good thing there's no climate crisis.
It's painfully obvious by this little paragraph alone that this person has never been around children, never been around infants.
Time out. I think the author's parents raised a stupid baby.
I think they did.
I think the baby was a stupid parent.
I gotta admit, you gotta have balls to say to someone, your baby is stupid. Thank you. And read no
Most
further.
babies are pretty stupid. That is true.
Oh, okay. Article done.
Oh,
Thanks
all
so
right.
much.
All right, so
Yeah.
now our first game.
People cannot afford children because we have made the resources once abundant on Earth hard to obtain and hoarded by those with access. Challenges are not yet so hard in the richer nations, where everything is being used up and dumped on everyone else, but they are already lethal in other nations.
Because you choose to act that way with those things, so shut up.
In Sudan, conflict and famine are killing precious children. In
Guess
many,
what? They have a lot more. They're fine.
it sucks in Sudan, so don't have kids here.
Guys,
Yeah.
who the
Oh my
fuck wants to live in Sudan?
Now, have we looked at where Sudan is on the map? It's never been.
I just hope Sudan's
Territory
last
of
name is
plenty.
Majiski.
We got a lot of background noise coming from you, Ebony.
I honestly thought I fixed that. Hold on.
But Sudan, come on.
Here, and
You
I
might
thought
be
I was
the-
going to be the one giving a ton of background noise.
Oh, all we can hear is just you, dude.
I think Ebony is streaming from a public bus.
I'm
Local
just
pub.
in a I'm in a hotel room with my family at the moment.
Does this stop at 77th Street?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. In many places, air is full of hazardous particulates or polluted water and soil. People in places are on fire or under flood, or that next tornado, storm, and hurricane will definitely kill people. I suppose you shouldn't have a baby in the middle of a fire, yeah. And no, we still got a lot of background noise.
It sounds like it's getting worse, actually.
Yeah.
It is.
Definitely
Hold on.
shouldn't have. You shouldn't have a baby in a hospital that's on fire.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have a baby that's on fire in a hospital.
Yeah, should probably
Oh, for sure.
forego having a baby in a flooded home.
Okay, is everything good on your end?
Did you just smother
Yeah.
somebody?
No.
So far. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Ebony, you got background noise, you just hear 2 gunshots.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to imply?
Oh, you just hear a bunch of-
That despite only being 13% of the population,
Well, no, she's, what, 20% of the stream, so.
Yeah, she's overrepresenting. Fantastic. Good job. She's working hard for that 20%, damn it.
Wildlife is disappearing, along with the vital life, work, food, and oxygen networks biodiversity such as reefs and forests provide.
What the hell is...
that is a hell of a sentence.
Can
Yeah,
we
some-
specify which wildlife is disappearing? I'm just curious because they've been
Yeah.
going on about the polar bears for decades, and there's more of them today than there were like 20 years ago.
No, but can we buy this author like a box of commas so that she can actually use one here and there?
Yeah, what exactly is life work food?
Now, is she going to coin the new term biodiversity and exclusion?
Mm.
I'm waiting for it.
Conflict is also on the rise.
Dun, dun, dun.
But what if we added more human babies to solve it? Yet the
Okay.
problem is bigger than that, say the pro-natalists. There are not enough human babies being born.
She actually is correct on that, but thing is, you have to look at demographics to see whether or
Well-
not you agree with that statement.
Well, I mean,
What
the
is-
birth rate is below replacement level, which is kind of a concern. Yes.
Yes.
What
What do you-
exactly?
Go ahead.
Yeah. What exactly is she a PhD of?
Women's studies.
Underwater
Of
population.
course.
Gender studies, underwater
Wow.
basket weaving,
Poetry.
Entomology.
woke oppressions.
Grievance studies.
I have a PhD in woke studies.
Let's see. Nevertheless, pronatal polices, once again, in some
Oh my
places
God.
promote birth. They pay women to have more babies.
Instead of pronatal police, they should be called copulation cops.
Cops for short.
Okay, wait a moment. What city, state, region, or country
Clearly,
Yes.
Sudan will.
is paying women to have more babies outside of the U.S. welfare mill?
I'm guessing they're talking about like tax write-offs or something. Something like that, but it's
You go
not.
to your kid and like, "You're my favorite tax write-off."
Wow. Some people actually do say that as a joke.
I mean that's what my brother-in-law said when my niece was born.
Yeah.
So basically,
I
you go
mean,
up to your second born, like, "I wish you were my firstborn."
Mhm.
But that's
Technically,
not
my youngest daughter.
but that's not the same as paying someone to have kids. That's just letting you keep more of your money.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is the child credit, but you figure in, how much kids cost you versus everything else.
Huh.
Let's
So,
see.
what would be the credit limit on a child?
They warn of no one to support the elderly. They also appeal to anti-choice, anti-LGBTQ plus hatred. They promote economic growth over social cohesion. They suggest we save our
No. Go ahead.
Hi, Keisha.
They suggest we save our cultural heritage, which is basically cough racism.
No,
Not
no,
really.
it's
No,
not.
what does any of this have to do with not wanting children? You're adding a bunch of stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the topic.
Also, this
how is
person
it-
doesn't know how the cough joke works.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me how save our cultural heritage is in any way, shape, or form racist.
Because you're suggesting that the current culture, which is majority white culture, is better than the imported culture because they want to fill the country with immigrants who would bring their own culture. So by trying to preserve your own culture, you're being anti-immigrant, which in their mind is racist.
Well,
Okay, then
culture,
Well, I think
tell
it's
me
more
this.
than that, even, because I think that they see the cultural heritage of the U.S. as de facto racist. So any attempt to save that cultural heritage is also, by definition, racist.
Yes, that's true.
well,
Yeah, okay, now
they pretend that
you-
culture and race are the same thing, but
Mhm.
you
you
don't
in
have-
part,
see-
yeah.
you don't see white people intruding any other places where the indigenous people are not ashamed of who they are. Only in white countries and continents do you see this bullshit happening. Only
true.
there.
Yep.
You
Of
don't
course,
see it anywhere else.
Because
That's
Black pride is good, Brown pride is good, Latino pride is good, Asian pride is mostly good.
And white pride is racist.
evil racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Asian pride's
Exactly.
not good at Harvard.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, Asian pride is just fine at Harvard, but it doesn't get you any, it doesn't
Well,
get
they
you any
block the
better
points if
chance
you're
of getting
Asian.
in.
Ebony, tell me something.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like these people, like especially these white apologists, just don't speak for me. Just shut the hell up. I can
Exactly.
speak for myself. I don't need you to stand up for me. I didn't ask for it. I don't want it. Just shut the hell up and let me live my life the way I want to.
Exactly. Thankfully, I haven't met anyone in real life. But whenever I see this online, I'm like, your guilt does nothing. Like, I'm my own person. I can speak for myself.
I think
And
it was,
stop apologizing. If you're genuinely not racist, you have nothing to apologize for.
I think
Well,
it was Faith
this is-
Goldie, like 10 years ago, was like quoting the 14 words to people on the street, but saying it was like Native American pride, and everyone was like, yeah, no, they should secure the existence of their people. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and
Well-
I mean, Ebony, what would you do if some stupid one of these bastards just came up and be like, "Oh, it must be so hard being black," and you'd be like, "Fuck you! No, it's not. You shut
You
up."
have no idea. I'm like, I'm doing all right. I'm all right.
Yeah. It's like I don't need you to stand up for me. Shut the hell up. Leave me alone.
Well, that's where you kind of miss one of the key points is the people that are pushing all of this are the true racists. There
Yeah.
is, say, you don't get much more racist than a white person who's a Democrat and a race apologist.
Like, the most
You know what
racist
this-
Wait.
Sorry. Go ahead, Frosted.
the most racist person you'll ever see is a white leftist encountering a black conservative.
Yes.
Indeed.
Sure.
Uncle Tom.
Well, how many people called Clarence Thomas a nigger when the affirmative action
When Roe v.
team-
Wade got overturned.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
call him
that's
like
it. Yeah.
they call him like an Uncle Tom and a coon and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only people I've heard using words like that in anger to denigrate another ethnicity have been white Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't realize that the whole concept of virtue signaling is in and of itself racist. Because you're basically saying to everybody, oh, these people, they can't take care of themselves. They can't stick up for themselves. They need us to protect them. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
you get that white savior complex, and it's like, oh, Ebony, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. You just don't know how oppressed you are, how held back you are, or how
I
you
would be-
need me to be able to get a leg up and get caught up to where all the privileged white people are already, because you're helpless by yourself.
I've got the
I would be
easiest
so
solution ever.
offended
You
if
just go,
someone.
no. You just go to all the black neighborhoods, and then on the roads you draw arrows pointing to the DMV. That'll solve the racial inequality overnight.
I would be so offended if someone just came up to me and said that in real life. I'm like, I'm doing
Well,
fine.
yeah, but that's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
And if they're not sure what it means, you put, like, for short for the DMV is that way, you put a lowercase t in their yard.
There you go.
Wow.
Do you have to send? Do you have to light it on fire?
Well, how else will they notice
Hey,
it?
Yeah,
Come on,
I
think,
mean,
Moon, think.
if it's night, they're not
Can't-
going to see it.
You can't see it in the dark, can you?
Oh my god!
if anyone mentions the whole DMV thing to me, like,
Yeah.
I work at the DMV, so chill. I actually don't, but I'll just say that to get them to go away. And you know what
Yeah.
else? This reminds me of that one clip after Trump got elected of this white lady crying for this black barista. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, and this girl's just looking at her like, I'm fine. What are you gonna order?
or when Black Panther came out, the white people were like, oh wait, no, let's not buy our tickets. Let's let all the black people buy their tickets first. It's
Yeah.
a fucking movie.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is that the Black Panther movie wasn't very good. It was like
It was
mediocre.
horrible.
It was mediocre
Yeah.
at best, but like the Captain America Civil War, the movie before it that introduced his character, he was awesome. And they mentioned nothing about his race or anything. They gave him a good character arc. He was a great character. But then they go and racialize him in his own movie and make it suck.
No. I am such a good ally. I still haven't bought tickets to see Black Panther.
You're a hero, Terry. But
I
yeah, I
know.
haven't even seen Black Panther yet. Still,
The one thing I loved, Ebony, is that one of the semi-recent videos is that somebody who's a kind of media personality, at least for a YouTube channel or something, was doing a man on the street asking black people in New York,
I saw that.
hey, do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
how to get to the DMV? People are saying you can't, you have trouble getting an ID because you can't get to the DMV. Do you have an ID? Yeah. Do you know where the DMV is? Yeah. A couple of them like, I'm insulted you asked.
No, but
Yeah.
the thing that I like is some of the black people thought he was asking for directions and actually said, "Oh, it's just you go 3 blocks that
Yeah.
way and turn left."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just
telling them where to get to it.
Yeah, it's just the white man's burden, the black people can't take care of themselves, so we need to have them as slaves on our
Yeah.
plantation and take care of them.
I
Yeah.
think that's the only fair solution.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's see.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
and now back to the arts.
Yeah, we went way off topic. Like this article.
They very often appeal to authority, scripture, lost morals, and arguments about duty, order, and honor that sound very much like fascist appeals to fear-mongering.
You said
Only
duty.
fascists have babies, guys.
What?
Malthus and Ehrlich warned about overpopulation. You will read that they were mistaken. The predictions by Malthus were called the gloomiest picture imaginable, while Wikipedia mentions Ehrlich as being wildly inaccurate. But wouldn't the
Every prediction about overpopulation has been inaccurate. Every prediction about shortage of cultivation ability to grow and provide food and wild population, they have all been inaccurate, in part because of modernization and technology and the fact that we keep making advances where we have to pay people not to produce food to make it something that is profitable to make in bulk. And then you turn around and you say, this hasn't changed. What we could do is we could fit every person on the planet in the US, given an acre of land and a home.
And still have plenty of room.
We can fit them all into one state.
I think I heard that you could fit the world's population into Texas, and it would be no more crowded than Tokyo.
I've heard that too.
It'd be less crowded than Tokyo.
Oh, but we gotta have our 40 acres and a mule, didn't you know? Shit, I'd love to have
40 acres and a mule, we could fit the entire population into.
So with
US.
40 acres and a mule, does the mule come with the drugs, or do you have to give the drugs to the mule yourself?
Oh my goodness.
How do they get a mule to swallow the condom full of heroin?
Exactly.
Oh, they don't put it down the mouth.
That's the easy part. Getting it to not chew is the hard part.
Yeah.
But wouldn't the gloomiest picture note all life on Earth suffering immensely? When nature can no longer heal, help, and inspire any purpose and any life, that is more gloomy. And no beauty at all. Who can see the sky when the stars aren't even visible due to smoke? Then that's about as gloomy as the Permian-Triassic Great Dying, but not as tragic because the PT Great Dying was not caused by us.
So don't have children.
Maybe she means not caused by US. Because it is in all caps.
So don't have children because human suffering exists.
Yes. And because he's talking about a period of time that was millions of years ago.
Yeah.
This person is so pessimistic. It's sad.
You mispronounced the word retarded there.
Furthermore, it is strange to say that because something has not happened to you, that it does not happen. Some famine and many climate deaths, conflict and extinctions are happening, albeit not precisely in ways that Malthus and Ehrlich foretold. It really sucks to be a Cassandra.
I love the story of Cassandra. If nothing else, I'll give the article credit for mentioning her.
As a general rule, it doesn't happen in any first world country.
Man, the thing about the story of Cassandra, it's the one time where we should have listened to a woman.
All because she got rejected by a man, mind you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, she rejected
She
a man.
rejected a man, yeah. She rejected Apollo, so he gave her the curse of prophecy.
Yeah,
So
those damn men. We just need to get rid of them all, don't we?
So what's the moral of the story?
Put out.
It really sucks to be Cassandra.
Well, it does.
Sex is better than buying junk? How? Nature designed humans to have sex regularly and have babies rarely.
Wrong.
No, actually, humans are technically designed to pop one out about every 9 months.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that rarely.
Or a good
Yes.
25 to 35 years. Actually, from a practical standpoint, longer.
I mean, there's families that have like in excess of 10 kids. There's like we're designed to be like women are designed to be fertile for their entire adult lives until menopause. There's a pretty big window where you're meant to be popping out babies.
Yeah, so technically, if you had a kid every 9 months, we're talking decades of kids. So
and taking into consideration biology and everything, and stuff going back a long way, menopause happens a lot younger today than it did like 4,000 or 5,000 years ago.
yeah, it also seems like kids are maturing faster too.
Well, getting raped by the kindergarten teacher will probably do that.
Learning your pronouns at the age of 4 or 5. Yeah, okay.
Can't read or write, but you can tell who's non-binary.
Oh.
When babies
I can't pronounce non-binary, but I can point out who is.
Yeah.
When babies do show up, they often stop the sexy parts of life for a while.
Yeah,
Oh
because
no, you have to take care of your child and be an adult. You can't have sex regularly because you have to take care of this little human. That is the worst thing ever.
Ebony,
Huh?
responsibility is very, very difficult. You know, a lot of people just can't deal with it.
Adulting is hard.
Yeah, so her life philosophy is, why would I do that when I could be having sex?
Essentially, yes.
Because life goes on.
Oh,
Life
so
finds a way.
no, Meatloaf said it correctly when it comes to having babies and responsibility. No, I won't do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't do kids. I agree. You shouldn't do kids.
Yeah. Yeah, cut it out, Meatloaf.
Hey, Meatloaf is yummy. Not the guy, the food.
Nature invented sex for really good reasons. For animals to be able to bond, produce oxytocin, and show care, nurturing, and compassion for one another.
Was this
Bonding-
also dropped on her head as a child?
I'm out.
Probably.
Time out. Big time out. Okay, I'm not an evolutionist. However, I suspect the author is. And if you take it from an evolutionary standpoint and the survival of the species and everything, then nature, quote unquote, invented sex for only one reason, and that's procreation. That it feels good and does all these other things is to drive that one singular, sole, solitary goal.
Yeah. The reason it feels
You
good
have
is
to
because
have
it's
a non-evolutionary viewpoint of the world to say that the
Yeah,
sole goal of sex isn't producing kids.
The reason sex feels good is because it's fulfilling a biological urge. It's the same way if you're really, really hungry, eating feels really good. It's because you're satisfying your natural desires for food or sex or whatever.
Video
nature
games.
just wants us to feel nice and nurtured and all that. That's all.
Well, no, I mean you're designed to feel pleasure when you satisfy biological needs.
Yes, it's all by design. That's the thing.
So
you try
what
to take it out of the structure of design and just evolutionary carryover. In that case, the only point of it is to generate the next generation of humans, is to create little yous and keep humans as a species surviving. And everything else that flows out of it has the sole purpose of driving that one goal.
We as humans are meant to pair bond.
Well, let's see. Considering that there's only like a very small handful of animals that actually enjoy sex, as opposed to making it as a procreation thing. Is it like what, humans, dolphins, and like macaques or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, don't talk about macaque.
No, it's macaque. See, it's a different. It's from New York.
Boston accent.
Oh, that's right. It's Boston. It's macaque. It's like I got my hands on macaque.
Bonding makes people healthier and full of creativity.
Yes, exactly.
After sex, you just want to finger paint.
It has to feel good because the bits are the most attractive bits of the human.
Why is he trimming that tree? Oh, he just had sex. He's fine.
Sex is also a very big part of our culture, but you need time for all of its side gigs, dancing, music, art, social dining, and display of other nurturing elements.
And trimming trees.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's got to keep trim down there.
Okay.
The Jolly Forest.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Having sex for pleasure is good.
No, it's
having
not.
sex to continue the human population is bad.
Yes.
Is that what this person's saying?
Softer, yes.
Yeah. Nature wanted us to have sex for like bonding and stuff. That's why they made it so you have babies because of it.
Yeah, this is the woman who will actually lay down and allow a man to to do his thing. But the second that he moans, she's like, "Stop it! We're procreating. We're not having sex."
Yeah.
For most animals, all other cultural gifts center on sex. And although. What the hell kind of cultural gifts do animals have? And although babies are made in this way, they are a small part of everything else we call society, community, and civilization. They were not invented merely to become useful workers. Yeah, babies were invented.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so who's got the patent on making kids? I want in on that.
Where was it? Adam and Eve would hold it, I guess.
But let's go back to your screaming baby. Today,
Oh, finally.
Today, in many countries, pronatal polices, for the third time, promote birth and rally the empty wombs. They give an incentive for women to have more babies. Diversity is diminished and the rewards of immigration denounced. The rallying cry is that we need young bodies of the right kind to support old bodies. As if
define
author
of the
is
right
the only
kind.
kind of person that specifies we need children of the right kind.
Uh-huh.
You know what? We need children of this nation who can grow up responsibly, learn, grow, and advance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say the right kind in this person's mind is not of the Caucasian race.
That's what I was
No,
thinking too.
She's saying that the racist people want young babies of the right kind. So of the right kind means what?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's saying that the racist people mean of the right kind, which I mean, let's be fair. This is exactly the truth. She, as a racist, wants children of the right kind growing up in this country.
I like what Mr. Deck said, more like the Reich kind.
Beaverdam's got it there, eugenics. Democrats loved Hitler.
Yeah.
Hitler took all of his eugenic stuff from U.S. Democrat eugenicists. So, I mean, I believe it might have been the other way around. They all got along.
And let us not forget what political party the KKK was associated with.
Yeah.
The libertarians.
Yep. That's okay. As if profit could be churned sustainably and growth could continue without externalized cost. However, last time I checked, old people are asked to work even further into their aging out of a need to stay alive.
Well, let's see. When inflation causes prices to go up by a third, old people are basically being priced out of their own homes. So they have to work now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you see that greeter at that grocery store over there? They're not there because they want to be.
Also, they'll stay alive as long as they have love to give.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say a blanket statement of they're all forced to be out there. Yeah, some people they want to be because they just want to get out of the house. But I don't want to say by and large, or the majority, but there are many out there that have to be out there because they don't have enough money.
After you make a blanket statement like that, make sure you give it to Johnny and Camel.
only after I put pox in it.
Yeah.
Bad Terry.
Bad
Terry.
Terry's always bad. Haven't you noticed this?
Yeah. You know, if you wrap a blanket around a black midget, it is a smallpox blanket.
There you go.
I see what you did there.
Profitability, and prosperity are not zero-sum gains. They can be churned out sustainably and potentially indefinitely as long as technology, culture, knowledge, effort all advance and progress. It's when you start getting into the devaluing of money through inflation, you get into quote unquote progressive, truly regressive policies that destroy your culture and your economy, that things crash out. you have good culture, good economy, good good policies, these things can go on indefinitely with everybody ending better off than when they started. It's not one person gets richer and everyone else gets poorer. No, the U.S. poor today are better than the rich of like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, stop being racist. Okay.
Their healthcare in many places is made into something to profit some and not to provide wellness to all. Old people are not favored in the way young people are, and this is demonstrable in that there are millions of products to buy to avoid the ravages of looking older or the prospect of being useless to society.
Again, we've gotten completely off topic. What does this have to do with why we shouldn't have children?
We don't need
and then,
children because we have old people.
Half of that.
But who's going to
paragraph
replace
sounded-
the old people once they leave this world?
The right kind of young bodies.
Just adopt
that
an old
paragraph
person.
Young
sounded like
bodies,
it was-
if we're not supposed to have children, what
Young
young bodies
bodies-
are they?
No, don't have a kid, just adopt an old person.
Evan,
There you go.
young
Problem
bodies
solved.
have electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
Oh my goodness!
half of that paragraph sounded like it related to Canadian healthcare.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
Profit some and not provide wellness to all. Old people are not favored in the way young people are. Hey,
Well, yeah, I
I
mean-
see you just turned 50. Have you thought about that assisted suicide yet?
no, please. You can go have a sniffle and go into a doctor's office and be like, "Oh, well, we do have this treatment that is very effective and it does work. Only you won't live afterwards.
Oh, you stubbed your toe?
Here's
We
a
got this
suicide
great
machine."
sport drink for you. It comes in flavors of arsenic or cyanide. Do you have a preference?
They
I
have
heard about
Yes.
I
Canada.
heard about MAID last year. I had no idea this was a thing. Then again, I don't pay attention to Canadian politics that much.
Hmm.
Yeah, they just
One
do
word.
the
Castro.
they just do the opposite of "It's a Wonderful Life." They have doctors, say everybody would be better off if you were dead.
Yeah.
Oh my
I-
goodness!
I made the point on Twitter that I think "Made" is actually a Goodfellas reference because they told Tommy he was going to get made, and then they killed him. So
Yeah.
I mean,
The damn Canadian mafia.
yeah,
Let's see. When a human being is for a second I thought it said when a human being is retarded. When a human being is regarded as useless or worse, a burden or curse, they become scapegoats.
It's
One thing-
people
I mean,
like
the
you
greatest
that view
escape of all
humans
time.
as worthless, a burden or a curse. You're the one doing it.
yeah but
One
a
thing-
scapegoat just means that you're the greatest escape of all time. So that's fine. That's a good thing.
Yeah. One thing to be aware of is that in every historical
Okay.
instance of promoting childbirth over the idea of caring for already created children, the nation faced a tumultuous fall, such as in Hitler's Germany.
Ooh, she said tumultuous. That's a 25-cent word. Cha-ching! Quarter for you.
But you still can't figure out policy.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's police. It's
Policey.
Policey.
Another huge loss to all of humanity is the hand that rocks the cradle is too overworked and exhausted to work on the climate and food science with which we all are better off if she is doing.
Uh-huh.
That work pays
Wait,
money.
You're saying that we're better off if women are trying to police climate and food science than if they are working to promote, support, and nourish the next generation?
I think
Yeah.
You
I think
want
this
us to
is
be
a-
dead. You want us to be dead this generation, don't you?
No, I
Yes.
think this is a self-correcting problem for exactly that reason. All the people who believe that you should never have kids won't, and then their bullshit dies with them. The people who think maybe continuing the species is a good thing will have kids, and then they'll teach
Problem
their kids.
is they've taken over the schools, so they indoctrinate your kids with the same thing.
Well, that's why
What?
you don't send them to those communist conversion factories.
Why would you
Why
want to have
doesn't this? Go ahead.
Why would you want to have a child when you could be like Greta Thunberg?
Yeah.
dare you?
Well, I have a private yacht and
Yeah, and traipse around the world, virtue signaling left and right, just so you can say, "Look how good I am." Yet you go on private jets and shit like that, and you're like, "Oh well, I have to get there somewhere."
I think I'd rather
It's
self-delete.
Greta. It's left and further left.
That work pays money, much more than a one-time baby bribe that doesn't even cover the cost of the child's respiratory lung disorder from wildfire inhalation, waterborne disease, or plastic pollution cancer.
What?
Well, maybe stop holding your baby over wildfires and dunking
No
them in dirty water or feeding them plastic.
I mean, does this woman live next to a fucking tire fire factory in India or something?
I have two theories.
Uh-oh.
Either one, this woman had terrible parents, always told her what a burden she was, or two, she's in her 30s and her 40s with no children, and she sees all of her friends having children, and she's bitter and jealous about it.
And she
I
has
think
a
it's
whole,
both.
both.
and she has a whole gaggle of cats.
I think she saw the villains on Captain Planet and thought like those were real threats.
Speaking for the cats, we definitely don't want her.
Well,
That
I don't care if
bastard
we're
Luton
obligate
Thunder.
carnivores. We don't even want her corpse.
Let's see. She or her
one of
offspring.
the she's one of the other captain, like the didn't they make like a Captain Pollution, and they're like smog and then acid rain, and then the last one was like hate. Like, whoa.
I don't think I ever watched that show. I just know about it.
Yeah.
She or her offspring are better off actually being wanted and needed. We need the
you
hearts.
are of the ilk that preach that children are not wanted.
Apparently, mothers are not wanted or needed.
Get off this planet already.
We
Smog
need-
is better than smug.
We need the hearts, passion, and drive of both halves of humanity, male and female. Oh, you just opened a can of worms there.
Oh,
right.
wow. Bigot much?
To work on our foolish overrun of 8 billion people that we are not protecting and feeding today. Yes, motherhood is an important job, but if we discourage other careers as unimportant, we are not providing true choice. We limit people. In the time
What
of...
did she...
Hmm?
Nothing. Go ahead.
In the time of Thomas Malthus, someone could see the sky turn black with passenger pigeons and truthfully say, "Crazy people are wrong. These birds are not going extinct. The passenger pigeon predictions of loss are wildly inaccurate." Okay, pigeons died one time, so don't have babies.
Makes sense to me.
The statement voiced would be true, until it was not.
Yeah.
By the time Paul Ehrlich arrived, the last passenger pigeon, a lonely 29-year-old zoo bird named Martha, had died
Why
as
did
the
you say
last
that name?
Martha!
had died as the last member of her species. If only they had tried pro-natal policy for every species numbering less than 5 million. We should do that when sapiens numbers drop so low. And I love...
The author is definitely a member of Vehement, the voluntary human extinction movement.
And I love that because the equivalent of like on Medium is clap. It says, "Please clap."
Yeah.
No. You get no clap from me. Well, this whole article was
Oh
a
wait,
mess.
I'm wondering if this author's been given the clap.
All right. Well, now it's
Probably
time for
syphilis too.
now it's time for our first game,
Wow.
which
We've
is
been going for like almost an hour, according to this. On one article.
Sadlib's Double Prompt Edition,
DP.
where I take 4 headlines from Medium articles, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in those words Mad Lib style, and then the chat will vote on which one is best.
I thought
Damn
we
it.
were
Sorry
spared from that
if I'm
indignity.
filling in. I gotta do the bit parts too.
Damn it, Will. Ah. All right. So
Hey, I had to, and if it gets back at you, bonus.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I need a living thing.
Um,
Come on.
Oh God, it's
I'm
like
just-
Jack with adjectives.
adjective would have been
Chunky.
easier.
Chunky.
He's Bizarro Jack.
Bizarro.
No, we'll do a. Does it matter if it's plural?
Just singular.
Baby.
All right. Okay. Moon, I need an adjective.
Semen stained.
I probably just FedExed my soda hell anyway.
All right. Terry, I need a person.
Let's just go with Hitler.
Can never go wrong with Hitler.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Ebony, I need a thing plural.
It's just a thing.
Shut up.
Shoelace.
Shoelaces?
I'm gonna go with shoelace.
Plural, so
Yes.
shoelaces. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I said shoelaces.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Let's see. So, Terry, give me an adjective.
Well, because it's Jack, I'll go with Chunky as a tribute to our fallen comrade.
Yeah. All right. So, Ebony, give me a transitive verb past tense.
Skipped.
Skipped.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Will, give me a transitive verb.
Aw. I had the perfect one for that one.
Well, we're starting with Hitler, and we just had an article from a raging racist. So let's go with worship.
Aw. I was gonna say incinerate, but okay.
Well, I was
Incinerate.
expecting genocide.
Genocide.
That-
But that might end up being too on the nose.
Yeah,
are
true.
you are you sticking with worship?
Yeah, let's stick with worship.
All right. And let's see. Moon, give me a person possessive.
How about Kamala Harris's?
Yeah. My ex-girlfriend, she was really possessive.
All right. So let's see. Will's is what happens when a baby and chunky lesbian share a lift?
I can't say for certain, but I know what happens when babies and chunky lesbians share a car. The lesbians drive off a cliff.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right. And let's see. Moon's semen stained trans man skipped in his wheelchair called tranny faggot.
Dang.
All right. Let's see. Terry's Hitler really did worship children laughing and playing outside.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a nice guy.
Oh yeah.
All he ever wanted to do was start fires.
All right. And Ebony's dear moms of Target. They aren't after your shoelaces. They're after Kamala Harris's.
Like the worst one.
All right. So give me a sec to start a poll. Let's check and vote on it.
Yeah, cannibalistic wizard. She eats the baby.
Oh my god, wouldn't it have been better if worship was gas?
Oh,
Really good
gosh.
gas children laughing and playing outside.
Well, they shouldn't have been there.
Well, if they were gassed, they wouldn't be laughing.
Well, if those parents had decided to not have children, then they wouldn't have been gassed.
Oh.
Just
Oh,
think if all
Terry's
those Jews hadn't
creeping
decided to
out.
have children, Hitler wouldn't have had anyone to kill, right?
Mm. Oh, Terry, you're starting to chip away at my lead. Oh, wait, never mind.
Big.
I probably would have gone with Will's.
I did vote for Wills.
I went with Will's too.
A baby and a chunky lesbian.
I never met a non-chunky lesbian. I mean, it's a little too on the nose.
You're within 11% of mine. 10%.
And also,
Nine,
we have less
eight.
we have less than half the likes as we do viewers.
Oh,
We just kind of messed up.
Obligatory dislike submitted.
put that thumb up or else. Never mind.
Or else I'll call
Try
you all
threatening me.
racist.
I know where you live.
Yeah, you're all a bunch of racists
Yeah,
if you don't hit that thumbs up
Yeah,
button.
they're just not liking because we have a black woman on.
Yeah. Well, not just a black woman, a black cat too.
Yeah.
Will's prompt sounds
Yeah,
like a
everybody
plot for
hates
a
the black
90s comedy.
cats.
All right.
Mr. Dax just said that Will's prompt sounds like a plot for a 90s comedy.
It really does.
I mean, as a competitor for like 3 Men and a Baby.
3 dykes and a baby.
No. You've got to update it for modern times. As they be.
A baby.
All right.
Well, we're
So it
talking
looks
the
like
90s, not today.
looks like Moon won with 42%.
Yes! I know how to win this game, baby.
Congrats.
All right. So now on to our second article.
Oh, God.
What is racial battle fatigue? A school psychologist explains.
I'm done. Oh, the conversation, us.
What any white student has leaving modern education.
Racial hostility can produce
You know,
symptoms. What was that?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, as someone who has a degree in psychology, this just makes me very annoyed and disheartened.
Oh,
Is it?
So you'll be able to explain what this means to us.
Sure, it depends on what it is. Or
Racial-
what kind of nonsense they're going to spew. Go ahead.
Racial
Uh-oh, knock,
hostility can produce symptoms similar to what soldiers experience as a result of going to war.
Oh, shit.
By Jeremy Grant.
Who?
I don't know. They don't know how to spell Jeremy, apparently.
All right, let's see who if this person even exists.
Well, he's an
What?
assistant professor of school psychology at Alfred University. That
Alfred
narrows
U-
it down for
Oh.
you.
I think I found this guy's picture.
When William
Oh
A.
my god. This guy looks like a complete fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, Keith, I get shell shock in the race war.
Hmm.
Let me
But yeah, that was a George Carlin bit saying they changed shell
Okay.
shock to battle fatigue to what is it? Operational exhaustion to post-traumatic stress disorder.
this douchebag's picture is in chat and tell me that you don't disagree.
Oh god.
Yeah.
What a smug bastard.
Uh-huh.
I hate his beard. He needs to work on his beard.
But tell me he doesn't look like a friggin' douchebag though.
I mean, the beard is
He
only
does.
the beard is the only
I'm
thing keeping him
surprised the
from
collar's not pop.
the beard is the only thing keeping him from looking like a twink, so he needs it.
He can have the beard. He just needs to shape up his beard.
Tier, he's a black man. I don't
It
give
looks
you warnings about black men.
Watch out, a black guy. It's kind of it's kind of problematic, you know.
Yeah.
All right. When William A. Smith, a scholar of education and culture, introduced the term racial battle fatigue in 2003, he used it to describe the cumulative effects of racial hostility that black people, specifically faculty and graduate students, experience at predominantly white colleges and universities. In short, it takes a toll on their psychological, physical, and emotional well-being. Since then, the term has been applied by scholars to Hispanic undergraduates and women of color. Scholars have also applied the term to groups beyond the college campus, such as teachers of color and students of color at the K through 12 level.
So
Yeah,
pussies.
they're
Wait,
kindergartners
We've gotten
with
away
P-
from pox, and now we've got walks, talks, and socks.
Yeah, they're kindergartners with PTSD.
Do we have a fox in there somewhere too?
Pox in a box with a fox.
There you go.
That's
buy that
clever.
book.
Most of the research on racial battle fatigue deals with the matter within the context of education. As a concept, racial battle fatigue is rooted in critical race theory. Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Which holds that racism is systemic and embedded in legal systems and policies. Oh, policies. There is someone who knows how to spell it. Not just
Well,
something
I
that...
can't, no, they meant polices. They just can't spell.
Yeah. Not just something that takes place on an interpersonal level. Smith was not the first to connect race and fatigue in one phrase. For example, in his 1990 book, Content of Our Character, A New Vision of Race in America, author Shelby Steele wrote about a kind of race fatigue, a deep weariness with things racial.
Look, I'm tired of hearing about racism too.
Yeah, but apparently you got PTSD, Terry.
Wow, that's awesome.
And the term battle fatigue has long been used to describe the symptoms that result from the stress of combat, such as depression and anxiety. The term racial battle fatigue, then, likens the collective experiences of people of color who are subjected to racial hostility to that of soldiers who experience combat stress.
How
Both are-
classified
That is
combat
very
stress
insulting.
as shell shock? Like you hear shell shock, you understand like the intensity and severity. Combat stress makes it sound like they had a bad day at the office.
Yeah, getting shot at is the same as someone like saying, "Can I touch your hair?" or something.
Yeah. Or suggesting that you can't swim.
Yeah.
Or asking where you're really from.
Oh, don't do it. Don't ever do that.
Yeah. Very few survive that. Both are believed to result from being placed in a hostile environment filled with regular threats and attacks.
The only difference is in war, the threat is actually real.
What causes racial battle fatigue? It may come about from racial macroaggressions and racial microaggressions. Racial macroaggression.
Macroaggressions, if someone is like killing black people, that's pretty macroaggressive. Yeah, don't do that. Microaggressions aren't a thing.
Racial macroaggressions are far-reaching race-related experiences that may be publicized and traumatic. For instance, when a video surfaced of George Floyd slowly being killed as a result of a police officer who knelt on his neck.
Oh, God.
Experts say it traumatized many who saw the video. Alright, so macroaggression isn't someone being killed, it's watching a video of someone being killed.
There you go. That makes perfect sense.
This experience is an example of how hearing about or observing experiences of racial prejudice and discrimination can add to the distress of people of color. Racial microaggressions are defined as brief and commonplace daily verbal, behavioral, or environmental indignities, whether intentional or unintentional, that communicate hostile, derogatory, or negative racial slights and insults toward people of color. Common racial microaggressions toward black individuals include questions like, "Where are you from?" and statements such as,
noise.
"Oh, yeah, we, oh, all right."
Sorry, hold on.
And statements such as, "You are so articulate," or "I'm not racist. I have several black friends." They also
See,
include
that's proof that I'm not racist. I have no black friends.
yeah. In order to not be racist, I have sworn never to be friendly with a black person. All right, let's see. They also include asking a black person, "Why are you so loud?" and confusing a black professional for a service worker. Let's see.
I think I got to pause right here to point out that as much as we talk over, Ebony is quite friendly and articulate.
Damn it. Now she's gonna need therapy, Will.
Yeah,
Students
she
of,
can bill your liability insurance.
students of color may experience racial microaggression throughout their academic careers, beginning before college and persisting into college and university settings. What does racial battle fatigue cause? Chronic racial stress is associated with poorer mental health. This includes depression and anxiety. It is also associated with an increased likelihood for developing symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Chronic racial stress also increases the probability that a person of color won't get good sleep. It is associated with a diminished sense of well-being, a loss of appetite, and elevated blood pressure.
Okay, they can kiss my entire behind from heels to neck.
I would have thrown in just one like bullshit one like elevated blood pressure, loss of appetite, and raging erection. Racial microaggressions in academic settings can hurt students' academic achievement and leave them feeling out of place and invisible to teachers and administrators. What can be done? There are several strategies students of color can practice to minimize the damage caused by experiencing racial stress.
Step 1, get over it.
That'd be a good start. Stop claiming PTSD over hurdy words. PTSD, stuff like that. These take things like serious traumatic events, near-death experiences, and the like. I've been there a couple of times. You know what doesn't make... I mean, you gotta go beyond sticks and stones. You know what doesn't push you over that line? You're failing math. Can I touch your hair?
I definitely have PTSD because one time I was playing Mario and I totally thought I was going to make the jump and then I fell in the pit and I had to go all the way back to the start of the level.
Man, a Dark Souls game would kill you.
Yeah, literally. Many times.
Number 1, build community. Social belonging has been found to mitigate racial stress for black high school students. It has also been found to improve the academic achievement of black college students. To this effect, students of color can seek to form connections with other individuals of color to foster a sense of community, which may lessen feelings of isolation for people of color. Yeah, they should have their own schools where they can be together.
You
That
know
sounds
what
like a really good
collectively
idea, yeah.
destroyed the entirety of black culture as a net positive good in this nation? Johnson.
Yep, the Great Society.
Great society.
That's 2, engage in mindfulness.
Yeah.
Research suggests the benefits of using mindfulness strategies to manage racial stress. For example, when students of color engaged in a self-affirmation exercise that involved writing about important life values, it lessened the effect of negative race-based stereotypes on their academic achievement. Students can also learn reflective coping strategies, which involve managing stressful events by changing the situation, their emotions, or their thoughts. Research has
Okay, I'm
found...
back.
Oh, all right.
Welcome back.
Research has found that the use of such strategies can promote positive mental health for students of color exposed to racial microaggressions. Number 3.
Oh no, I think he said or did something hurtful to me. what inspired you writing this article? Was it the meth? I'm guessing it was the meth.
I'm just trying to figure out how
Oh wait,
the racial
you're black,
stereotypes
so
work.
crack, right?
So, like, if a black person becomes a really good swimmer, are they now Mexican? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. Now it's 3. Get some exercise. Students of color can make.
Oh, well, that sounds awfully fatphobic. I disavow.
Ableist
Adding on to
2.
that, maybe touch some grass while
Yeah.
getting some exercise.
Oh, that's all.
Totally
that-
ableist too. I'm a cripple. How am I supposed to get exercise?
Oh, the plantation owners were trying to help them. They just wanted them to get some
Wow.
exercise to help deal with the PTSD.
Yeah, get out there and touch grass, walk it off. Yes, faithless,
Touch,
walk it
touch
off.
some grass, pick some cotton. You know, I mean, you're already outside.
All right, so they should have their own schools and they should pick crops.
Yeah.
All right, we're making progress.
Faithless self-affirmation equals intellectual masturbation. You're not exactly wrong.
You know, I am a fan of masturbation.
Yeah. Students of color can make conscious efforts to engage in regular physical activity, as exposure to racial discrimination has been found to lead to a more sedentary lifestyle, which
So
can...
the police are helping them out by giving them something to run away from.
Wait,
we're
no,
catering
this
to
is-
black people constantly.
This is pushing harmful racial stereotypes. Think of all the blacks in sports.
Yeah, and that they're all happy, which nothing to do with being rich.
Chunky is a shape.
Yes.
It's also an adjective, unfortunately.
It's the only one Jack will ever need.
Let's see. Which
Dr.
can in
says to
turn...
get in shape. I picked round.
which can in turn lead to poorer health. As long as racism persists in education, students of color may never be able to completely avoid racial battle fatigue. But by being more conscious of this fatigue and how to fight it, they can at least be equipped to deal with it more effectively and prevent it from harming their academic careers and their lives.
Ebony points out policing is really a jogging incentive program. But
Yeah,
didn't we have here or on the not the Minions, Lords of the Night, they had an article pointing out that joggers is just a slur for
Yes.
Yeah.
Joggers, orcs, there's all kinds of them.
Okay, I mentioned in the chat that I was going to say what I wanted to say toward the end. And this whole damn article is ridiculous and incredibly disrespectful. Like, you cannot compare something as bad as being called the N-word or something as harmless as, oh, where are you from? As someone who was had their leg blown off in a foreign country defending our nation. This is so damn stupid. I'm so sick of people expecting black people to be victims. And you want to sit here and cry because someone said something that wasn't so kosher to you. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, racism is terrible, but at the end of the day, it won't ultimately kill you. It has as much effect as you give it.
How dare you not be a victim? Are you some kind of Uncle Tom?
Oh, shut
Or
up.
I guess
Shut up.
Aunt Tama?
All right.
This person needs to be smacked. Whoever wrote this needs to be smacked.
Jeremy Grant.
Yes, sir, you need to be smacked. I don't know how you got into psychology or why, but
All right. Well, with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only. But Will.
Hey, I like boobs.
And that is the caption contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whoever wins, I'll tweet out after the show. All right, so This week we got Just Stop Oil, you know, blocking some streets, you know, getting good things done. I'm sure this one will end pollution.
Isn't that sign and those vests made from plastic materials?
Yeah, but it's nice plastic.
Where did these guys come from anyway?
I don't know, homes with daddy issues.
I was gonna say from backdoor play.
Let's see. Hypocrisy incarnate. Let's see. You guys haven't learned from Reginald Benny yet, have you? Reginald Denny. Who's Reginald Denny? Denny
No
from the
idea.
room?
I hope so.
I started
Never
doing
heard
this.
of him.
I started doing this hoping to get ran over and killed. This is how I die, run over in the street for climate change. When they start making orange speed bumps.
I like pissed off Shih Tzu the most for now.
Let's see. Yes, stop oil. Fat bitches are self-lubricating.
I like that one.
Let's see. There's oil in my pants, can't you tell? Let's see. Men protest while their wives are home with her boyfriend.
You think the balding guy was shamed into being there? He's just looking down.
I think that he got tricked into doing it as a way to pick up women and realized that he's a raging incel anyway.
Yeah. When does my check from the WEF get here? When this march is over, I should take my diesel car to that petrol station down the block. Fuel was cheaper there. This is not what I expected when they asked for traffic volunteers. Is possible not to annoy everyone and get our message across? Reginald Denny was assaulted during the LA riots.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Wasn't he the trucker that was pulled from the truck and nearly killed?
And then he was in the room. Wow, this guy's done everything.
Yeah. I'm carrying the fucking sign. Will you blow me now?
I like that one.
Anything to not have to go to work today. I'm scared of my wife's girlfriend. That's why I'm here, bitch. Human bowling time. Watch me hit this 7-10 split. All right, I think I'll cut it off there. We've got a bunch. All right, so which one do you guys think is best so far?
I like the pissed off Shih Tzu. What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
when said they start making orange speed bumps?
Yeah. I like James with
When did they
sign
start
and
making
blood.
orange speed bumps?
Go ahead, Terry.
No, I just said I like James's one where I'm carrying the sign. Will you blow me now?
Stop oil, fat bitches are self-lubricating.
That was good too, but he spelled lubricating wrong, so I can't.
That
vote
is
for
true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's either the speed bumps or the will you blow me for me.
Well,
Let's see.
my vote's out then.
So Will, what'd you vote for?
So I should probably pick one of those two to try and. Tough. Let's go with speed bumps.
All right, Ebony.
Yeah, the speed bump one.
All right, and so what's it?
You
So
have
Moon
your
and
3
Terry-
votes.
All right.
Was that?
Okay, so I think I would have gone with "Will you blow me?" But it sounds like the speed bump is one. I have that count right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It was 3 for Pissed Off Shih Tzu.
All right. So, Pissed Off Shih Tzu wins. So just give me a sec to copy that down.
Congrats!
All right. And now, our third article. The writers and
Made a
actors.
recount.
The writers and actors strike is why we must bring down extreme capitalism everywhere.
No, it's not.
Add the
No one ultimately cares.
No,
And aren't they the same thing?
I've said
I'm
several
ju-
times now. I support the strike, and I hope it lasts forever.
Aren't they generally the same thing?
No, they're oppressed.
Ugh.
Well, they can do that on their own time, right?
It is really about us against them. And with these fights, it is all about taking sides.
Oh, good, because
really-
I'm hungry.
You really cannot afford to sit out this one, not unless you are among the 1% at the top of the food chain. Why, I hear you ask? That, ironically, this person's not a good writer.
No, no,
Well, I mean, now you
neither are
see
the
why
ones
they're not getting a top dollar as a screenwriter, right?
Yeah,
it's,
this-
neither are the ones
Why?
striking because V has shown that ChatGPT can write better protest signs than the ones that the protesters are actually using.
yeah, this is like a high school speech class paper. All right,
no picture for this guy.
I will try to explain in the best way possible.
Oh, God,
Not-
we're doomed.
Not unless you've been living on a completely different planet to the rest of us. You will have heard about the writers who have been on strike for a long minute for better working conditions and pay. When you think-
I must say I did hear about it today.
Did-
Or today, I didn't know what was going on, but I did hear about it today.
When you think of the movies and shows which you have enjoyed on your favorite streaming platforms, you have
Those
writers
don't
and
exist.
you have writers
The,
and
the,
only
shows and movies that I've enjoyed are all at least 30 years old.
Well, you have writers and only writers to thank for dipping into the inner recess of their imagination to create something truly imaginative, captivating, and utterly compelling.
Then throwing it all out
actu-
and rate swapping a classic franchise.
Say, actually, most of the modern ones that I've enjoyed have been just effects, rerun story, reused tropes and everything. I've not seen anything truly new and creative and at the same time enjoyable.
Look, all I'll say is if they are able to create something truly imaginative, captivating, and utterly compelling, I would like to see it. I have yet to.
Yeah,
Why,
they haven't
why aren't
done.
why aren't they giving us that stuff instead of the shit that they've been pumping out?
Have you not seen the Barbie movie yet? Come on.
Oh, I heard about it.
You want the no or the hell
Um,
no?
You see,
And
writers...
also,
Hmm?
oh, no, I was about to say, in the same vein, I keep seeing people put Barbie and Oppenheimer together. What the heck's that about?
I don't know. It's some
I
kind of
guess
meme,
one is
I think.
outperforming the other, maybe.
Well, I don't
Mm.
think Oppenheimer is opened yet. Well, or has it? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think they've opened it here. It's one of the local IMAX has it. Apparently, it's like an 850 pound film roll.
Let's see. You see, writers do all of the work and receive very little in return. Ditto actors. That's not a
Yeah,
sentence.
actors are notoriously never millionaires.
Wait, so
So-
writers do all of the work and so do actors?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if each one does all the work, what's left for anyone else to do?
Well, you only need one or the other then. You don't need both.
No, you see, one does all the work, and so does another, and that way you get two movies.
Fair enough.
And
Contrary
because
to
they're
the,
no good at working together, neither of them's good.
contrary to the prevailing view that writers and actors earn a fortune, the vast majority of these players have to have second and in extreme cases, third jobs to eke out a living.
That suggests they're probably not very good at it then.
I am reminded of a Forbidden Broadway song about an actor in New York.
What, everyone has AIDS?
Oh my goodness.
My doggo blue.
No, if I'm recalling correctly, you get into a reference of like waiting. It's like waiting tables on the side for to make money.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Now contrast this with the studio bosses who sit on their backsides and get paid huge wages. They never have to worry about paying the rent, wondering where the next meal will come from. They are set for life.
You mean
what
the
ex-
ones that shell out hundreds of millions of dollars for screen flops
Yes, those
that
ones.
make 5 or 10 or 50 million in the box office? Yeah, they've got nothing at risk there.
Yeah. And what exactly do I mean by this? The streaming giants to whom you pay lots of money on a monthly basis are largely owned by venture capitalists, private equity giants, and several other nameless oligarchs and plutocrats. These folks constitute 1% of our population. And it is also worth pointing out that the I% own 53% of all stock, and when the numbers are extended to those who are in close proximity to make up 10%, the stock ownership goes up to 88%. Okay, you threw too many percentages at me. I'm lost.
Yeah.
Also, you can't say I%. We're not using Roman numerals here.
And we haven't hit algebra either. So you realize how much of the US fits in the top 10% of income earners. It's a lot of people.
No, it's just the 1% that are like billionaires. That's 88% ownership of all stock amounts to hundreds of billions of dollars to the wealthiest 10%, which I suspect will never be spent in this lifetime or the next.
Yeah, they never spend money. Not once.
Nope.
Oh dear.
Again, contrast this with the greater majority of writers and actors who do not earn enough to qualify for health insurance.
We'll get better at writing and acting then.
And this is
Or learn to code. Learn to code is excellent advice. I forget where I heard it from.
yeah.
Learn to code.
And this is precisely why the writers and actors strike is a perfect metaphor for the fight against extreme capitalism.
Oh dear.
You know, the only economic system that allows you to make a living writing entertainment or acting in entertainment where it's not 100% propaganda for the state?
Way to shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, I mean, if they were smart enough to realize that, they wouldn't be actors or screenwriters. So,
fair point.
Their fight isn't about them alone, but it is about people trying to survive in an oppressive system which is rigged in favor of a few individuals. It is about employees in Amazon, McDonald's, Starbucks, and millions of people across the world whose lives have been disfigured by the very wealthiest in our societies.
Okay, so the so the strike is about employees in Amazon, McDonald's, Starbucks, and all of that. I thought it was about screenwriters and actors.
Now they're doing it all for the Amazon and Starbucks workers.
I'm pretty sure.
Don't
that,
forget those first job teens at McDonald's apparently, and
I'm pretty sure Team America got it right. It's actually the Film Actors Guild, not
Yeah. You really saved the world, didn't you, fag? That is the fag way. Already, the likes of John Cusack and Susan Sarandon have spoken in support of their poorly remunerated colleagues. And you had Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy walk out of the Oppenheimer premiere in London in solidarity with those protesting against the 1%. But it is
maybe
going
they
to
just didn't want to sit through it.
But it is going to take much more than solidarity and strikes to upend this grotesquely anarchic and arbitrary system. So
I
what
think they
needs?
should just I think they should just strike for even longer. Just keep striking. Never return to work.
Yeah,
You've got my support.
strike until you're properly remunerated.
Yeah.
So what needs to be done? Extreme capitalism may make a few concessions here and there, but it will simply reinvent the wheel to ensure that its profits are guaranteed. Reinvent the wheel? Yes, indeed.
I'm waiting
Like I
for
said.
the end of this article to like say written on my iPhone.
I like how he just expected everyone to be shocked by what he just said.
Yeah.
This is already in motion with the active use of highly sophisticated AI. Actors who work as extras and stuntmen on sets are there having images captured only to find their AI generated replicas in movies working for free. And as proof, here's a tweet from Francesca Ramsey, a very
Oh, no.
trustful
Oh my
source.
goodness.
Fuck
That is a
garbage.
name I haven't heard in a while. I just
Yeah.
heard about her again today on another live stream.
Last I
Like,
heard of
the
her
old
was the
face
whole
the wheel.
Worsky drama.
Extreme-
Worsky thought he made friends with her, and then she was like laughing at him behind his back or something.
Yeah. Extreme capitalism has permeated every facet of our lives in the 21st century. Its logic and mode of operation has been perfected across various industries, and this machine is dynamic and relentlessly profit-seeking. It sounds like they're describing the
Yes,
shark in Jaws.
It's relentlessly profit seeking, and capitalism is relentlessly profit producing. There's something else about capitalism that makes it work as the best economic system in the world. And that is it appeals to the individual's self-interest. You want what's best for yourself. So what do? You go with the system that appeals to that, builds on that, profits from that, and everybody involved in it profits from that.
Everybody just wants to work for their country and everything. And then robots will take care of everyone, and everyone can just paint.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know who was a great painter? Hitler. We should all be more like Hitler.
Yeah. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
whether
if I could write an AI to do my job and let me sit around and paint, there's no AI that could put up with my job.
It doesn't matter whether you live in the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Nigeria, Colombia, Mexico, India, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Bangladesh, Vietnam, or someplace that no one has ever heard of.
Is it that?
It
that
does
suggests
actually
that
matter
those are the
quite a
only
bit
places she's
because
ever
most
heard
of those places you couldn't write this article without risking arrest.
No. I just like it. The way she's phrased it suggests those are the only places she's ever heard of. Like it's either one of these 10 places or it doesn't exist.
I'm thinking there was just a minimum word count, so they just listed as many nations as they needed.
If it doesn't matter which of those places you're at, why don't you go to Saudi Arabia or Russia or Bangladesh or Vietnam so we don't have to put up with you?
Yeah, the Saudi Arabian
article. This whole article just screams first world problems.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabian film industry that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, at least India, you've got something there.
yeah. And same with
Yeah, go right for Bollywood.
Yeah.
and
Actually, you're still not good enough.
I forget what country it is, but Wakaliwood. It's some country in Africa. I forget which one, but they make ridiculous low budget movies. That's where Who Killed Captain Alex came from. Which
Oh yeah.
yeah, if you haven't heard of it, you should check it out because it is crazy. All right, let's see.
Everyone's
Uganda.
saying Uganda is where it's from.
Oh yeah, Uganda. All right. Nor does it matter whether you're an actor, writer, student, burger flipper, teacher, nurse, doctor, or a gig economy operative. Stop listing things.
Oh my goodness.
Your life in some way or another has been blighted by extreme capitalism. The actors who have chosen to march with writers are way ahead of the curve and are doing what the rest of us on this planet should be doing in the pursuit of destroying extreme capitalism. I know whose side I am on. The question is, do you know on what side you're on?
Yes, I do.
Whatever side allows me to ignore the likes of you.
I'm on the side that says if Hollywood crashes, burns, and is never seen or heard of ever again, that is a win. So that is the side that I'm on.
Yeah, I like the arts. I support the arts, but this whole article makes it very difficult too.
No, I support
Well,
the
the
arts. I just
beautiful
don't
thing
think
is you don't
anything
have to-
artistic in Hollywood.
Yeah, you don't have to support the author of this article or their premise to support artistic expression and creativity and
Yeah.
even,
Remind-
great content for TV and film.
As I said on Twitter, if the writers don't return to work, who's going to defile beloved franchises and call everyone racist?
Yeah.
Pissed
just
off
saying-
Shitsu. The author expects to start on the top and not have to work their way up from the bottom.
Yeah, I'm just
Well, it's
saying
worse
that
than they expect everybody to start on the top and stay there
Yeah.
I'm just saying
without regard to the quantity or quality of their product.
the HUAC did nothing wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. And now for our final game. And that is Poe or No Gender Edition.
Woo!
So since Jack's
A
not
final
here, the
answer.
answer is C.
Where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which I made up. No, wait. Damn it. I took a week off and now I screwed it up. All right. Well, I'll give you 3 genders, 1 of which I made up. Fuck it. All right. 2 are real, 1's fake. Okay.
There you go.
And you have to vote on which one I made up. And
Are
I'll
we
even
sure
give you
that one's fake? Are we sure that any of them is real?
and I'll even give you a short
Well, they're on
description
the
of
wiki,
each
so
one.
they must be real.
I've learned to take everything you say, frost it with a grain of salt. So let's go.
No, I'm the one.
Grain
who
of
salted
salt. I
mine.
got a salt truck in the backyard.
All right. So, gender A. Biblioromic.
Oh,
Xenogender,
no, that's gotta be real.
xenogender related to the scent or smell of books.
How did I know that's what it was?
All right.
Yeah, that sounds real. It honestly does.
Yeah, I gotta change my answer. I don't think it's A now.
Yeah.
All right.
If
Gender B.
sapiosexual is a thing, I have a reason to believe that some people this might be a thing too.
Gender B. Disaster gender. Gender identity in which one's identity is a pure disaster or influenced by disasters.
See, if
That's
it was the
everybody that
disaster
uses the
artist,
wiki.
if it was a reference to the
Yes,
movie about
wow.
Tommy Wiseau, then I would say that's definitely real.
Yeah. All right. And gender C. Fluidception. Being so gender fluid, it encompasses all existing genders. All right. And give me a second. I'll start a poll so the chat can get in on it. And don't forget one of the options is that they're all real.
I'll stick with my joke answer. I'll go with C.
I'm gonna go with all real because I can see A and C being real, but B sounds so freaking ridiculous. I'm just going off on past streams and yeah, I'm going with all real.
All right.
I say fluidception is the fake.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's Will.
I'm gonna go with B.
All right. So that's a
B
B, two
and C are
C's.
both quite descriptive of everybody on the wiki. So
Yeah, true.
All right. So B, two C's, and all real. Let's see. Chat is going C with all real in second. Yeah.
Alexander's a Q.
I think Frosted
Good
should-
answer, Tier.
I think Frosted should tell us which one he's voting for, then we can make a decision based on that.
B's a bit sus, like that little red crewmate in the game.
All right. I think I'll end it there. So it looks like the chat went with C. All right. And the answer is... And don't stop that, Keeve. You're an American, damn it. All right. And the answer is... They're all real.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
let's go. Oh, I'm feeling good. And yes, anyone who says Zed, I can't trust you.
Oh,
Does
Your
that,
opinions
Alex
are
here is
irrelevant
like,
to me.
I learned the only way to win is not play. How about a nice game of chess?
Between Kividem and Della Hayes, I think clearly Z is the correct answer.
You're right. It's
Well,
I mean, at least Della has the excuse of having the Canadian disability, so... But
yeah, I give Della 50% for being a Canuckistani.
thanks, Dax. I am proud of the GIF. All right. So, unfortunately, Fluidception does not have a flag, but I can show you the others.
no.
Let's see. So, there's
Just
Biblioaerobic.
make up your own flag.
Come on, give me a book. Hey, a silhouette of a book or a diary.
Not great, not as horrific as I was concerned about.
Yes,
but-
that no effort was put into that.
That's very drab.
Yeah, where's the aromatic part?
Well, maybe if you actually get the flag in your hand, you can take a big whiff. And
Is that is that a scratch and sniff flag?
Yeah. yeah.
Yes,
All right.
yes, it is.
And
Okay, I'm sold then.
there's Disaster Gender.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Oh, I like that one.
Oh, too bright.
No, I like that. I like it. Lime green.
Interesting.
Lime green is one of my favorite colors, so I kind of like that. I like the,
Yeah,
the
that
radiation
hurt.
symbol.
The eyes from across the room.
The symbol in the middle is really cool too. I could go with that one.
All right. So now it's time for our final article. The Hygiene Olympics has black people in a chokehold.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm sorry. What? What did I just hear?
S. Ohio.
I think he basically just said niggas are dirty.
Whoa.
In a world where systemic racism affects the optics of cleanliness, can the black community ever take home the gold?
See? They're saying that black people are dirty.
Frosted. Be honest. Did you pick this before you invited me on, or after?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I always pick articles that'll piss off the guest.
No, but you know what? You know what
Yeah.
I think it is? I think the author doesn't realize that the black doesn't wash off. I think that's where the misunderstanding is occurring.
Yeah.
Like they see black people and think, "Oh,
Can I
what
make
are you
it-
covered in? Just go clean yourself up."
I want to put something out. like for this article, is the authors going on along the lines of how Joe Biden said that poor kids are just as smart as white kids, where he thinks black equals poor, poor means unclean.
I have to say that this woman is not that bad looking. However, the tattoo on the neck and the upper chest kind of loses it for me. Her it's in chat.
Oh, I'm judging neck tattoos. Absolutely.
Oh, the not hard on the eyes, but the
tattoos.
lack of
Sorry.
intellect
Yeah.
makes her intolerable.
I like the freckles.
Okay, the tattoos aren't bad. She's very pretty. The tattoos aren't terrible. You can barely see them.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
but
At least
still.
based on this video.
Why would
based
I-
on the photo.
Are you supposed to hold a mirror up to her neck and like decode it?
I don't know, because I mean I've got that on like I don't. What the hell is that supposed to say?
Well,
From
it could be a
Luambi?
mirrored image.
I
Gotta be
hope that
fair. The image could just be mirrored. A lot of people with
I hope
selfies end
it
up doing
translates to
that.
something like "you are gay."
If you can read this, you don't need glasses.
She does have pretty eyes. I'll give her that much.
Yeah, I don't think she's anything special.
No, no. I mean, she would probably be around maybe a 5 or 6.
Hmm.
As I sit down to
Terry's like, eh.
She doesn't do it for me.
As I sit down to write this essay, I feel a rogue droplet trickle down the nape of my neck from my freshly washed hair. A mass of slick, wet...
Faithless says, aim your spooge here. That's what the thing in your neck says.
No, that's what
Faithless.
that's what the back tattoo is supposed to say. All right, let's see.
Looking at it, I think it's it's definitely non-English word.
Okay.
Nice of you.
Why, thank you, Keeve. I think I have a nice voice too. All right. Okay. A mass of slick, wet curls sits in a jumbled pile on top of my head, each coil laden with conditioner, scented with bananas and coconut. I washed my hair today. I'm a black woman.
Good for you. Congratulations. What are we supposed to be saying? To
Okay.
you?
No, that means she's one of the few clean ones. That's
Ebony, did you wash your hair today? Are you a black woman?
I am a black woman, and I washed my hair earlier this week.
See, you can be a writer for Medium.
Yeah.
All
I don't
right.
know. Earlier this week, I don't know. This author says she did it today. That's what I'm expecting from black people.
I love that she has the arsenic element with their AS.
Let's see. Without any further elaboration, black people understand what the combination of those two short phrases entails.
Wait. Ebony, this woman is obviously a self-hating black person because she didn't capitalize the B in black.
How dare she?
I know.
How dare she? To be honest, the thing is, she does look mixed. She might not be mixed, but she does look mixed.
Oh,
but
no.
Obviously, that doesn't matter.
All you need is one black parent, and you are 100% black.
You are automatically black, even if you are half black. You're black.
Yes. Dante says, remember, folks, wash your ass.
Tariq Nasheed, yes.
Yeah. Tariq Nasheed, who speaks for all black people.
Well,
that's right.
Well, then you got Camel Toe Harris, who's just like, well, see, I got darker skin, so I'm black, right?
Also, do not come. Do not come.
Wonder if she said that to old Willie.
Okay, let's see. The washing of one's hair is an undertaking that is universally understood within the black community. I'm pretty sure most communities wash their hair.
What?
Okay, we're gonna get into the hair thing. Since I am a black woman, I have a little bit of insight on this.
So is it like a huge undertaking Are there days of preparation?
If you have natural hair, yeah, it could. If you have like kinky curly hair,
Do you get racial battle fatigue from it?
Yeah.
no. I've had my hair relaxed since I was in 8th grade, so I can't really understand what for about
No,
natural hair, but yeah, I just wash my hair like anyone
no,
would wash their
I've
hair.
had my hair since I was like a baby. Like, did you only start growing it in 8th grade?
Keep talking, Terry. Just keep going. You think you're so damn funny.
That's let's
With kinky hair, do you need a safe word?
Uh,
Say, I
aching-
will give the author this much. Mrs. Forge had the classic black hair, and if you want it straight and not tight curl mess and everything, it can be a lot of effort, especially after washing it. Any kind of dampness.
That is true.
Well, I'm glad to hear you like it straight, Will.
Mhm.
Aching arms, umpteen products, a battle with a wide tooth comb, frustration, procrastination, and a period of existential dread are all common features of such an endeavor.
You just stand under the hot water to wet your hair, rub some shampoo into it, wash it out, then you're done.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say, Whitey.
Yeah.
I find myself
Yeah,
basking in the
Greek hair, not Italian.
I find myself basking in the post-wash feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment, almost like a reward for having endured this necessary evil
Oh my
that we
God.
routinely submit ourselves to in the pursuit of personal cleanliness. Bodily hygiene means a great deal to me. I'd argue that my morning shower is my absolute favorite time of day. Initially, I assumed that it was because my parents have always emphasized the importance of starting the day with a wash. Clean of body, clean of mind, my mother always used to say. However, in recent months, I have begun to question my relationship with having stellar personal hygiene. Is it something
Was the racist bigot?
Is it something?
First world problems.
Oh, and that word in the tattoo is basically a self-praising proclamation in a West African language.
Gee, there's a
Okay.
big surprise.
That's okay. However, in recent months, I've begun to question my relationship with having stellar personal hygiene. Is it something I enjoy, or is it based on something more profound?
Oh my goodness.
Look, when
I
people
know-
call you a dirty nigger, they don't actually mean you need to take a shower.
Yeah, that's the only reason she bathes, is that people are constantly calling her that. I note feelings of anxiety when I feel unclean, despite the fact that I might not appear outwardly dirty. I would have just chalked this up to being one of my many particular quirks, however. I've noticed that this is a much more prominent theme for my black friends than for my white friends. The topic of hygiene, while nothing new, seems to be more and more prevalent in social discourse these days. Artists like Cardi B, Lil Wayne, and Juicy J's lyrics reference female gynecological cleanliness, often
Oh my
weaponizing
God.
What?
weaponizing the natural scent of a woman's genitals.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, she's actually using Cardi B as a source. I can't take anything she says seriously now.
You were
Yeah.
taking anything she said seriously before now?
Cardi B said my
no,
pussy
but
stinks, so
you get my point.
No, I just like the phrase weaponizing the natural scent of a woman's genitals.
Well, isn't it obvious you want to keep your genitals clean? That should be obvious, right?
weaponizing the scent like you have it in like a aerosol container or something, like
Yeah.
like
Well,
pepper spray.
Those pussy candles. So I mean,
The hashtag shower with me. Oh, I didn't know Biden had a hashtag. has amassed more than 49.4 million views on TikTok. Probably because people thought it was a porn thing.
I would assume it was, yeah.
You know what? I'm not shocked this is on TikTok. I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah. It's a challenge to spend more than a few hours on Black Twitter or POC-oriented Instagram accounts, such as the Melanin Shades Room,
Oh my god.
without witnessing hygiene debates scrutinizing the degree of people's cleanliness.
Okay, this woman is no longer a 5. This woman is now like a 0.5.
I mean, as long as she keeps her mouth shut, I don't know.
No.
B.
I
Simone.
mean, she's got to open it to stick the dick inside, but other than that,
B. Simone, business owner and co-host of the podcast Know For Sure, came under fire last year for candidly admitting that she doesn't shower every day. Comments admonishing her for this admission flooded social media. So B. Simone doesn't shower every day. That's gross. Don't care. Not
It is.
doing it. I take 2 to 3 showers a day. Okay, I think that's overdoing it.
that is. That is.
I hate odors and smells coming from women. A shower a day is mandatory. Who is teaching these women hygiene? From I Hate
I'm
Mords.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
OCD and I don't take 2 to 3 showers a day unless I'm doing like a lot of physically intensive work, and I'm a cripple, so I don't do that.
As the topic of her personal hygiene is dragged into the court of public opinion, it becomes apparent very quickly that this is not simply an issue of cleanliness and its significance to overall health and wellness, but rather a matter of cleanliness and its relationship to the black identity.
Question: who is B. Simone, and why do these people hold her in such high regard?
She's
And also, it's the black-eyed peas, not the black-eyed entity.
I don't know. She's on a podcast or she's co-host of a podcast. So yeah, she's important. It's the fact that a black woman said this in public and thought that it was a completely normal thing not to wash up and handle her personal hygiene on a daily basis really made me sad. What happened to BW? How did they become like this? They just don't care about themselves anymore. From Colton FBA. Oh, it's one of Tariq Nasheed's followers.
Yeah.
So it begs the question: what does cleanliness have to do with race? There's a running theme on social media about white people not washing their legs in the shower.
What?
What?
Yeah, I mean, didn't everybody know that? That's all the rage on Twitter. What started as a simple online comment swiftly became fodder for memes, GIFs, and online debates that have swept the length and breadth of social media for the better part of 5 years. In 2019, a white woman tweeted about her approach to bathing. I don't like use soap on my whole body when I shower, and I don't think I'm gross. I pretty much just wash my face and my armpits with soap, and I shower like once or twice a week, lol. I think it's fine.
Once a week,
Yeah, that's
lol.
disgusting.
While she received a barrage of...
Hey, look, everyone listening, don't put your intrusive thoughts on Twitter. Twitter is
Lol.
not your diary.
Lol.
While she received a barrage of backlash from horrified POC, vilifying her for her choices, she wasn't short of backup from other white people who shared her lived experience. I have a confession. I only started washing my legs after the white people don't wash their legs discourse.
I'm just confused. Why would anyone not wash their legs? Like, what is the
Yeah.
logic behind washing
Yeah.
every part of your body except your legs?
I've always
Yeah,
washed my
I have
legs.
a feeling a little tiny piece of me thinks that this chick is just lying for attention.
But
Well, I
Was-
mean, she
were
is.
they
But
just-
there are people that dumb, but I don't know. I don't
Were
take
they
anything I see on social media seriously.
were they just trying to invent a stereotype? Like, white people
I
never washing
guess.
their legs. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I can't think of a single reason why I don't wash my legs, but I am white and sure as shit I never have. I wash my arms in the shower. Why not my legs? Who taught me not to wash my legs? I want answers.
What?
Uh,
This is so
Did
bizarre.
your parents not bathe you? Did they not teach you how to clean
Dude,
yourself?
hey, even if they didn't, like, why would you clean everything but your legs? What possible sense does that make?
Laziness.
I just let
Yes.
I just let the soapy water get it. I don't usually get dirt on my legs, and it's not a part of the body that smells bad. Let's see. I did not
Somebody
know
who's never had feet near their face.
I did not know of this discourse, but I'm very white and only started washing my legs recently.
Hmm.
What's interesting to note is that the white people admitting to incomplete acts of showering are not claiming a lack of ability or limited access to resources such as soap and water as a contributing factor. They posit it as a personal choice, a bold display of individual liberty, under which one can do as much or as little with their own body as they choose, irrespective of stigma. This further
I mean,
highlights the
you
dichotomy.
can. I don't recommend it.
No, I can't claim that I'm white. I'm a black cat. We all know that.
I mean,
Well, that
I,
explains why I washed my legs. So
I mean, before I knew about it, I probably wouldn't have, had any stigma towards them, but, maybe now. All right. This further highlights the dichotomy between the perception of people of color and white people, as far as cleanliness is concerned. Stereotyping POC as smelly or nasty is rooted in racism and propagated by the long-term effects of slavery.
There it is. There it is.
Why was B. Simone taken to task, but the people who don't wash their legs were allowed to escape unscathed? D. Park Gibson wrote in his 1969 book on black consumers, undoubtedly much of the desire for cleanliness is to overcome the prejudicial old wives' tale that all Negroes smell bad.
see, and I've never thought that any black person has smelled bad.
I've got to be
And
honest. I don't go around Joe Bidening black people, so I've never noticed how they
Yeah.
smell.
Terry,
See, I don't-
are there even any black people where you are?
I mean, I've
he's
worked
got-
with black people. I didn't sniff them.
Well, you
Yeah,
got
I
the
don't lean in and take a sniff, but I worked in a field that was very labor intense with black and white people. And the only person that had a odorous funk that you could detect 2 feet away was a white guy.
Well, apparently it's because he doesn't wash his legs.
Yeah.
Well, they would have been sweating all day, so I mean that could be a contributing factor.
Let's see. Growing up in Spain, where it is often incredibly hot in the summer, the act of sweating, a normal human bodily function, takes on two completely different complexions, depending on whether the sweater is white or black. Spaniards are more than happy to enter a crowded public space, having evidently avoided applying deodorant that day. Smelling of sweat and body odor is not a cause for concern or an instigator of judgment for them. I personally know numerous Spaniards who don't use a washcloth in the shower, shower more than 4 times a week, or wash their hands after using the bathroom. Conversely, odor discrimination affects BIPOC much more negatively. Barbed comments are made about the smell of our food, as well as the condition of our hair and the color of our skin. The commentary... Right. The commentary around this topic goes to show the stark contrast between the hygiene practices of white people versus POC.
Why are you putting Terry down? I don't find him common at all. He's quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like commentary, uncommentary, rare Terry, and epic Terry. And you can pay for legendary Terry. In a society where racism is still at the root of the marginalization of BIPOC, can we really expect the scales to be tipped in favor of the equalization of hygiene perception? Without tackling the entire system first, it's definitely doubtful in my opinion. I wonder if my desire to be constantly clean comes from my upbringing as a black girl in Spain. The weight of the comments asking if my naturally darkened knuckles were dirty or if I could wash my afro hair as well as everyone else. The necessity to be exceptional in order to be considered average at best. I intend to contemplate this element of my reality while I soak in a nice hot bubble bath.
Maybe the effort to be exceptional or to be considered average at best is because of your below average intellect.
Now you know what they say about black Spaniards, they don't bathe enough.
Oh. Well, this was weird. Yeah, people, wash your body. Wash every part of your body.
Except your legs.
Especially yo ass.
Yes, especially your ass, but not your
And
legs.
your genitals.
Otherwise, Cardi B will comment on their smell.
And weaponize the stereotype of your scent.
Who cares what Cardi B thinks? Wash your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go within like 20 feet of that snatch.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to be in the same area code as that snatch. You kidding?
No.
All right. So that's all I had for tonight. So I'll take a moment to shill my co-hosts and guests. Will, anything you want to shill?
Well, as long as I am not completely down and incapable with disability, I should have tomorrow the Watching Paint Dry show around 5 p.m. Eastern in the U.S. The painting, chat, conversation, singing and music, all sorts of fun or at least alternatives to psychosis.
Can you just do a stream where you laser stuff?
Well, the laser's kind of noisy, but I do want to make more videos for it.
Like not like, you know, laser wood or something. I'm talking like just find random shit and put it under a laser.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
that does
started my
sound
channel.
cool. That does sound cool.
Yeah. All right. And I suppose Jack has Quibbers United Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, you know.
Where
And
he
he also
rigs a bunch of games.
Yeah.
If he wants to shill, he should be here himself. I think
Yeah.
it's fine with him.
and he also appears on the
Well, it's
corner
already been-
occasionally, once in a while, when he feels like it. Yeah. And let's see,
Which
Moonshock,
is less often than the corner is on, of course.
Yes.
let's see, Moonshock has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer. Terry is
You made
on...
a deal, Moonshock. You play Super Seducer to watch your stream.
Yeah. Let's see. Terry is on Quippers. He's on Hammers and Mr. Adams Minions Nights. He's on Tears of Midnight streams. He's on Six's Sober streams. He's on every stream known to man. Just-
When Johnny does the gaming streams, I'm usually playing
Yeah,
those
Johnny
as well.
streams. I don't know. Yeah.
Pretty
just
much
click,
start a stream, he shows up.
Yeah, click
Yeah.
any stream on YouTube. He's there. All right. And anything you want to show, Ebony?
No, just as you mentioned earlier, make sure to tune in to Quippers United on Sunday nights.
Alright.
On Jack Kunsky's channel.
Mhm.
All right. So you should be back next week at the same time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys next week.
See you later, guys.
See ya, buddy.
See you later, guys.